These cars looked like commuter boxes, but they could embarrass sports cars at a stoplight. This is a fast countdown, quick facts, and one promise. We will explain why each car was a sleeper. A sleeper is simple, ordinary look, unexpected capability. We are counting down 10 unsuspecting Japanese cars of the 1970s, factory rides that looked like family shoppers but hid motorsport pedigree, advanced tech, or wild engine potential under the hood. From swap-friendly sedans to boxy wagons packed with secret weapons, each entry earned its spot by blending plain looks with performance surprises that flew below the radar. Which hidden monster tops the list? Let us kick it off with number 10. In 10th place, the Toyota Corona Mark II 1900 SL arrives as the ultimate blank canvas. On the surface, it is a boxy, everyday sedan, the kind you would see shuttling groceries or kids to school. Under that modest skin sits a rear-wheel drive chassis with a roomy engine bay and sturdy mounts, prime real estate for engine swaps. Period enthusiasts discovered this Toyota could swallow larger six-cylinder engines or twin-cam units with minimal fuss, turning a commuter into a stoplight menace. Factory specs played it safe. The Mark II adaptability made it a barn-find favorite for anyone chasing sleeper glory without badge bragging. Number 9. The Nissan Bluebird 610 SSS hides rally, bred muscle beneath family-friendly lines. At first glance, it is just another four-door commuter, but the discreet SSS badges hint at something more. Nissan outfitted this trim with a sport-tuned suspension and a twin-carb engine setup, giving it sharper reflexes than most sedans of its era. The 610 SSS earned its stripes in period rally competitions where balance and durability turned heads among true enthusiasts. While the exterior stayed conservative, the engineering underneath packed real competition DNA, proof that even a practical daily could carry a motorsport legacy in its bones. This is a sleeper that looks ordinary but carries racing heritage under the skin. 8th place. The Toyota Celica GT TA22 slips in with a secret most drivers missed. The Japanese domestic market Celica were a sleek but subtle coupe shell, while under the bonnet, the 2TG 1.6-liter double overhead cam engine could produce up to 115 horsepower, a figure that put it well ahead of many rivals wearing sportier badges. Thanks to a lightweight chassis, the Celica GT delivered sharp throttle response and love to rev, making the most of every gear. GT badging stayed discreet, and with little exterior flash, this Celica quietly signaled the dawn of high-revving Japanese performance technology years before the world caught on. Number 7. The Nissan Violet 710 SSS wears a plain sedan suit, but it hides chassis technology that outclassed rivals in its day. While most cars in the 1970s family class stuck with solid rear axles, the SSS trim featured a fully independent rear suspension, a rarity in this segment. That layout gave the Violet sharper cornering and noticeably better grip, especially when pushed harder than a commuter car had a right to be. Handling was the secret weapon. Inside, sport-focused gauges and a driver-centric dash hinted at serious intent, while the exterior kept things strictly business. The Violet 710 SSS proves that sleeper status is not just about horsepower. It can be the hidden geometry under the body that turns a grocery getter into a backroad surprise. Its subtle balance and precision made it a favorite among drivers who valued control over flash. Number 6. The Mazda Luce R130 glides in as a luxury coupe with a secret under the hood. Styled by Bertone, the Luce wore sharp Italian lines and plush appointments, convincing most drivers it was all about comfort. But Mazda slipped in a smooth twin-rotor Wankel engine. That technology was far ahead of its time for a production car. The rotary delivered turbine-like power delivery, quietly outpacing rivals who expected only sedate cruising from such a refined shell. Export numbers stayed low, and with piston engines dominating the era, most enthusiasts abroad missed what lurked beneath the Luce's polished surface. The R130 stands out as a sleeper for hiding rotary engineering in a package that looked more like a grand tourer than a garage-built monster. Number 5. The Nissan Skyline GC10 2000 GT keeps its racing pedigree tucked beneath a businesslike exterior. While the world obsessed over the GTR, this 2000 GT quietly shared key chassis engineering, including independent rear suspension, balanced weight distribution, and suspension geometry tuned for serious handling. The understated sedan or coupe body wore minimal badging, with none of the aggressive flares or spoilers that shouted performance. Yet the GC10's structure was developed alongside Nissan's motorsport ambitions, giving it a poise and grip that outclassed most family cars of the era. For drivers who recognize the subtle clues like the crisp steering and planted feel, the 2000 GT revealed a genuine competition lineage hiding race-bred fundamentals in a suit and tie. It is a reminder that the heart of a driver's car does not always come with a halo badge or wild styling. Number 4, the Mitsubishi Galant GTO MR slips past the radar with a transmission most rivals could only dream of. While the fastback profile hinted at sportiness, the real trick was the MR's performance-tuned 5-speed manual, rare in early 1970s in Japan and tailored for drivers who wanted to stay in the engine's sweet spot. The close gear spacing let the 1.6-liter double overhead cam engine rev hard and fast, turning mid-range torque into a genuine backroad weapon. Marketing played it cool, but period testers praised the GTO MR's ability to out-accelerate larger, heavier coupes that looked far more aggressive. Even with modest exterior cues and restrained badging, the MR's gearbox made it a precision tool, rewarding skilled drivers with crisp shifts and punchy acceleration. In a sea of 4 speeds and lazy automatics, the GTO MR's 5-speed was the stealth advantage that let this Mitsubishi outdrive the field. Coming to the top 3, the Nissan Skyline C110 2000 GTX hides its true potential behind a badge most people associate with daily driving, not street domination. On the surface, it is just another Skyline, plain lines, modest trim, nothing that shouts performance. Underneath, the 2000 GTX shares critical architecture with its famous GTR sibling. Suspension arms, brakes, and steering components fit GTR hardware, often with basic tools. Period dealership technicians and grassroots tuners discovered you could transform a commuter Skyline into a backroad assassin with bolt-on upgrades while keeping a low profile. This part's bin compatibility turned the C110 into a secret weapon for those in the know. No flashy fender flares, just serious upgrade-ready bones. For anyone chasing a sleeper that is factory-built for transformation, the 2000 GTX stands as the ultimate insider platform, quietly waiting for its moment to surprise. Number 2. The Isuzu 117 Coupe XC glides onto the list with a kind of coach-built grace that fooled everyone except those who knew what lurked beneath. Styled by legendary Giorgetto Giugiaro, this coupe wore Italian curves and understated chrome, looking every bit like a refined boulevard cruiser. Early hand-finished runs hit a surprise, a high-revving Yamaha-linked double overhead camshaft engine that spun eagerly past 7,000 revolutions per minute. The XC trim delivered up to 130 horsepower in a chassis weighing just over 1 ton, pairing luxury appointments, leather, wood, and a quiet ride, with performance that could outpace plenty of so-called sports cars. Production numbers stayed low, especially for the top-spec twin cam models, making the Isuzu 117 Coupe a rare sight even in Japan. Most drivers saw only the elegant lines, never suspecting this Isuzu could sprint to 60 in under 10 seconds. For those who recognized the Giugiaro badge and heard the twin-cam snarl, the Isuzu 117 Coupe XC was the ultimate blend of designer prestige and hidden muscle, a true sleeper in silk gloves. And finally, in first place, the Subaru Leon rewrote the sleeper playbook with a move nobody saw coming. In 1972, this boxy wagon or sedan rolled onto the scene looking like just another commuter, but it quietly introduced mass-market four-wheel drive to everyday cars. The Leone's part-time four-wheel drive system, borrowed from Subaru's rally experience and paired with a flat 4-boxer engine, gave it a low center of gravity and grip that left rivals spinning in the snow. This was not a lifted off-roader or a sports coupe. It was a practical family hauler with a secret weapon under the floor. While most drivers saw only another sensible Japanese compact, the Leon's drivetrain let it tackle winter roads and rough terrain with confidence ordinary sedans could not match. Its understated looks disguised a technical revolution, setting the stage for Subaru's future dominance in all-wheel drive performance. The Leone stands as the ultimate 1970s sleeper, the car that proved true capability can hide in plain sight, quietly changing what drivers expect from a so-called commuter box. Across all 10 hidden monsters, one truth stands out. True performance hides in plain sight. The 1970s proved that innovation outpaced appearance. Quiet chassis, bold engineering. That pattern still defines sleeper culture today. If it looks boring, that is usually the point. Which sleeper surprised you most? Let us know below.